Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome, people. Welcome, non-Patreons, to episode 242. We have a bumper show here. We have two main reviews. We have a review of Phantom Thread. We have a review of the Cloverfield Paradox. We are going to do Magnolia. We're going to do it next week, but we thought we'd bring you Cloverfield Paradox while people still gave a shit about it.
Indeed.
We also have some What We Watch. I have quite a lot of What We Watch this week, actually.
So have I. Yeah. Good.
That's very good. That we've also got a bunch of trailers because it's Super Bowl, so there's been a lot of trailers come out for Super Bowl, and then there's been the ones that have come out post Super Bowl that have kind of, I don't know, fucking thumbed at Super Bowl trailers, I suppose, a little bit. Yeah. And I'm not sure if there's anything newsworthy we have to cover. Do we have to talk about the Quentin Tarantino thing?
I will just say I'm glad that based on like the chatter I'm hearing, people are being a little bit more like, okay. In relative terms, the car crash stuff is fucked, but he's not raping women. And
I think the Deadline interview that he gave kind of explained a lot for that. Look, you've got to understand the narrative with the way that the article for the New York Times was written.
Yeah, I mean
a little bit.
I mean, Furman herself, as you know, she's come out and said, "Look, we are cool." And Diane Kruger came out and said, I had a terrific working relationship with him. So what? He was the one who insisted on strangling me. So, you know, and I mean, like...
It's a little bit... The thing is, I've been in a play where I had to get spat at. And it was by a friend had to spit at me. And it was one of the things where it was like, Can we work it out so he doesn't actually spit at you, so he just spits past you, and it looks like he spits at you, so you put your hand in front of your face? And me and my mates kind of went, doesn't it just make sense if he just spits at me? If he just fucking spits at me? And so we that's what we did. And in the same play, it's not quite a choking thing, but he had to hit me with a chair, and we couldn't use a stunt chair because we couldn't afford a stunt chair, so essentially we worked out a way from where I could put my arm and he could hit across. It caused minimum damage, but after 3 nights, I still have big bruises all across my back from being hit with this chair. And people will say, oh, but that's not the same thing. But it actually kind of is.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
The car thing's fucked up, but even Tarantino comes out and admits and goes, do you know what?
I fucked
the car
up.
thing was... I fucked up. It's my mistake. I fucked up. Which, you know, people fuck up.
Yeah, it's. I mean, also the thing he said about Polanski, and it was on Stern, and it just kind of feels like Stern.
I remember that at the time and thinking that's fucking bang out of order, but you know, Natalie Portman still gets away with being like that, and she signed a petition for him. So he. As much as I disagree with it, he's not the only fucking one with the Polanski thing. There's a ream of them.
That's the thing. I get the sense that if people push too hard on Tarantino, then they're going to have to push hard on people who they don't want to push hard on. And, you know, it does... There is it's ever so... I think from some people, ever so slightly double standards, but I think a lot of people are just being like, look, let's actually put this in perspective. You know, and fuck, man, he's, you know, it is genuinely a different world now, I think.
Yeah.
Like, if the fair play, I think this movement over the last 6 months or so, it will change the film industry.
It will, and but the thing is, it's got to change it for the better, and I think it will change attitudes and things like that for the better. But I do think that at the time when everything started coming out, the conversation was, from some people were putting forward a conversation saying that we need to look at what is acceptable, what isn't, and people are saying, right, but that's not a conversation for now. I think that now maybe it is getting to the point where it is a conversation for now, and it's not a conversation for what is deemed acceptable, because I used to say a thing when I was, I still say it now to my staff occasionally, is if you have to come to me and say, do you think that looks good enough? It probably fucking doesn't. You know, you should be looking at that and going, come look at how fucking good this looks. Then it's fucking good enough. If you have to come to me and go, does this look okay? I'm probably going to go, no.
Good work.
You know, that's it.
I like that.
And so if you're having to think, should I be saying this or should I be about to say this or anything like that, you probably fucking shouldn't.
So that's the thing.
It's just easier to just not.
if I said something like that in my work, somebody would probably say, "Oh, Ian's having a fucking pop again." So it's it. Anyway, hi Paul.
Anyway,
not that he ever says that. I just wanted not that. Yeah, Paul and I great working relationship. Anyway, right, let's talk about some fucking films, man. Yeah, and trailers and shit. Right, okay,
trailers. Go on then. Let's hit us. Let's go through them because there's been a few, hasn't there?
Yeah. So I just because I just watched these today. Venom. It's interesting that they're leading with not Venom. It's brave. And to be fair, they only finished shooting a couple weeks back, so it's probably that they just don't have an effects shot yet. It does kind of feel a bit like, why don't you just wait a month? But hey, it's Tom Hardy in a superhero film. I think the fact that they're already describing him as a protector is a bit like, what?
Yeah.
But, we'll see, I suppose.
I'm up for it. It's Tom Hardy in a superhero movie. Yeah. What will be an R-rated superhero movie. I'm fine with that. That's
literally the only reason why I'm up for it, though, is it's Tom Hardy doing a superhero film. So hopefully there'll be something interesting there. Okay, so, right. Life of the Party. So,
yes.
This is the new Melissa McCarthy film directed by her kind of filmmaking partner and husband, Ben Falcone. I laughed a couple of times at it. I'm not going to.
Can I predict the bits that you laughed at?
Go on.
The bit where the fire erupts and it knocks her over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And was it towards the end where she's talking about the Google and she says that it scared him, but in a good way?
There was another line in that bit, and I can't remember. And he watched it like an hour ago.
It's not that bit. There's another bit in line in that bit, and I think that those are the two moments that you laughed at because they're the two moments that I laughed at.
Fair enough. Okay, that's good. It's just the fire bit. It's good physical comedy. That it's literally.
It is Fat Woman Fall Down, which usually annoys me. But I don't know, with Melissa McCarthy, it's just, do you know what? She's a really funny person.
It's just like, she's quite light on her feet, and it's the way that she kind of just like, delicately kind of like dips the match in.
Yep.
And then boom! It's made me laugh.
Yeah. I'll be, if there's fuck all else released that week, I'll be fine with going, do you know what? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, quite. And I thought The Boss was all right. I thought Tammy was all right. Sorry?
I didn't go with Tammy, but I thought The Boss was all right.
Tammy wasn't great, but it was better than I think it was probably should have been. And The Boss is a funny film.
Yep.
So, fuck it. Right. Super Bowl, I think.
Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool. Yeah.
Yep. Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's a Deadpool trailer. They're following the same tact. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Deadpool, except they're probably going to be pushing things a bit more because they can now. They got the confidence, and great.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm okay with Deadpool now. Right? So I'm like, do you know what? I was already fucking sold. Just fucking showing the movie now.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a different, a nice expanded cast, and let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Avengers: Infinity War. It just, why does anyone need to see anything? It just, everyone's like going to see it.
It was a little bit. That was essentially, it was a group of fucking cast photos just kind of sprung together a little bit. That's what it felt like. It felt like you've not got enough to show the trailer yet, have you? No, we haven't. But here, look, this is everybody that's in it, and we're going to tell you that everybody's in it, and then go. But it does feel a little bit like, because there's a thing in it where it says something, doesn't it, about it being the end or something like that, and you're thinking, it's not though. Because it's part one.
I'm quite looking forward to the fact that it does genuinely seem like that with Infinity War Part 2, they are going to be saying goodbye to some aspects of the MCU.
Yeah, but we thought that with Cap, and they puss it out.
It just contracts are ending, and the thing is, they're building out a stable of characters that they could kind of start running with now. Like, by all accounts, Black Panther's great. So,
yeah.
And apparently the supporting characters in that are really good as well. So that's key. Black Widow's not going anywhere. It looks like Thor's not going anywhere. But, Iron Man, if it's just and Robert Downey Jr. every now and then, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's fine. If he essentially retires Iron Man, the character, but we still keep Tony Stark, I think that makes a more sense idea.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. I'm very much looking forward to Infinity War because I think Civil War's fantastic. So let's see.
And I'm the same on that. I thoroughly enjoyed Civil War, and I'm looking forward to this. It's. I think they're going to have fun with their other movies, and I think this will be fun. But I think it will take that more serious tact that they've been taking.
Yeah. Okay, Red Sparrow. I'm looking forward to Red Sparrow.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it looks like Atomic Blonde, except with Jennifer Lawrence, not Charlize Theron, and that's acceptable.
And a little bit, yeah. And I've not seen Atomic Blonde, so I can't comment. But my feeling about Atomic Blonde was it looked like it kind of had blown itself out by the time the trailer had finished.
Yeah.
And that was kind of it. Whereas this looks like there's a little bit more to it.
Hopefully, yeah. We'll see. I like Francis Lawrence as the director as well. He's a mixed bag, but I think he's more positive than negative. So, okay, A Quiet Place, the John Krasinski directed film. Interesting concept. Emily, a world where people basically have to go around in silence, otherwise they'll be hunted by some sort of mysterious monsters. Like, I don't know, John Krasinski doing a high concept horror film with his wife in. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, that's it. That's the interesting bit, is that it's that.
Yeah,
so that's what's got me interested. It's kind of like, all right, they're two people that I wouldn't put near horror. So fuck it, yeah.
Quite.
Wow, Red Sparrow's 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, sounds about right. Fuck it, I'm in.
Do you know what? I'm in. Oh, yeah, Edgerton's in it. Of course, Edgerton's in it. It's a good cast, that.
Matthias Schoenaerts, man. Like,
yeah.
I
really like Constantine.
I didn't think I Am Legend was that bad. I might rewatch that before this,
Yeah, I might do a Constantine and I Am Legend rewatch for that.
I wonder if I Am Legend's in 4K. That would definitely make
I didn't go with I Am Legend, but I'm definitely keen to give it a rewatch.
Yeah.
2 hours 20 minutes. That's a long film.
It is a long film. Okay, Skyscraper.
Yeah.
Right, that just exactly. Oh shit! I Am Legend is 4K. Nice.
Yeah, I'm a little bit like, fuck off, Neve Campbell. Get out of a film. You're not supposed to be around anymore. It's not fucking Scream. Go away.
I didn't even know it's Neve Campbell.
You see,
is that the wife?
Neve Campbell. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Neve Campbell.
Fuck, she's back.
Nah, she's not.
Okay. So shit, man. Yeah, fair play.
Party 5 and Scream, just that's it. Go away now, Neve.
Oh yeah.
Even getting your boobs out didn't fucking help your career. Shuffle on.
I like the fact that it's not just a disaster movie. It's there's a bit more to it than that. Well, is there though?
It is. It does seem a little bit like the two people have sat in a room and gone, Die Hard, yeah. If that was made now, yeah, it'd have The Rock in it, wouldn't it? It would have The Rock in it, yeah. I'd quite like to see a Rock doing Die Hard, but Die Hard is fucking really cool. Wait a minute. And that literally seems like how the fucking meeting for that film went.
And then The Rock they just called The Rock, and it was like, right, Rock, what are you up to? Just like doing some ADR for Apple commercial. Okay, cool. We got this film, Skyscraper. I'll do it.
Yeah.
you know, that literally seems like what you need to do with The Rock.
It is. If you've got a good title, you get the feeling with Jumanji they went, you know Jumanji? And he went, yeah, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. I was in a movie called Welcome to the Jungle. Was it a Jumanji one? No, sold.
By the way, I'm pleased that they're doing another Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle and the cast are coming back.
Oh, is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That film is tracking to possibly make $1 billion.
It's about 800 million odd, isn't it? I don't think it's open in China.
875.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Well fucking done, because that film at the start when it first came out, that first weekend was looking like they were going to call it a bit of a mishit, and then it's just fucking turned. That and The Greatest Showman released the same weekend. And people were going, they've misjudged this because, you know, there was the Star Wars thing, and then they've gone on to do really fucking well.
It's because people still like films.
Yep,
which, it's surprising given what everybody seems to say.
It is, and it's amazing. It's kind of made Hollywood go, so hang on a minute. The opening weekend isn't the only thing that matters with a movie.
Greatest Showman was #1 at the UK box office this weekend after being in release for 6 weeks. It was the first time.
And they're re-releasing it in March.
Oh, there's a sing-along version, isn't there?
Yeah, they're re-releasing it as a sing-along version in March.
Fucking good for them, man.
Yeah, I know you didn't get on with it, and it was in my top 10. No, you did not get on with it. It was... You were as fond of it as it's hit other people.
I just thought it was more silly than it seemed to let on.
Yeah, which I can perfectly accept. But yeah, it is fucking cool that like you say, these movies are. It's not just about the opening weekend, and that it's something that a lot of filmmakers who've had films that have gone on to be quite successful and have kind of gone. Have been accused of being flops, have gone, do you know what? It didn't have a great opening weekend, but it did fucking make money. You know, Warcraft and Pacific Rim. Even Hot Tub Time Machine. I know constantly you talk about Hot Tub Time Machine, which is because it's one of the greatest comedies ever made.
Okay.
But I remember when they talked about the sequel for that, it getting thrown out, well, yeah, it was a fucking box office bomb and everything like this. And like, no, actually, it made a lot of money. You know, yes, it made its budget back at the cinema, but then it made a lot of money on home release and stuff like that. And so it maybe will sort of change things up, I think, especially Jumanji and The Greatest Showman, that thinking of, do you know what, things don't have to make money in those first 3 days or they're fucked.
No, quite right. Quite right. Oh shit, 10 Cloverfield Lane's in 4K on Apple now as well. Right. You need to get on the 4K, man. I tell you what.
I fucking know I do, man.
Oh, the original Cloverfield's in 4K now as well. The original Jumanji, Edge of Tomorrow. What else? Anyway, right. Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yes.
He was flying that helicopter. He was actually flying the helicopter, and Tom Cruise is mental.
Tom Cruise is mental, and he's in his mid-50s, and he's doing fucking crazy shit. Do you know what? I rewatched Rogue Nation this week. I'll talk about what we've been watching. But I genuinely think that Mission Impossible is an actually underrated action franchise. Which is mad, because it's about to go into its 6th movie. But that fucker, Tom Cruise has been playing Ethan Hunt for, 20-odd years now? 22 years?
Mm-hmm.
That's mental. And they've been at the forefront of stunts all the way through it.
You're right, though. It is underrated. It's weird. It's like they're very well-respected films, and they do really well, but they just don't see... It's almost like they don't have cultural cachet.
People don't want to like Tom Cruise, even though they do.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's it. People wish they didn't, but the fact is, he's a very charismatic guy whose only thing that people can point at him and say, oh yeah, but what about Scientology? It's like, should we open a book on Scientology and point at the other people that you'll say are fucking great? Shall we do that? Shall we do that? Shall we do that? Do you like Odelay? Beck, Scientologist. What about Kevin Smith? Do you like Mallrats and things like that. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Jason Lee, Scientologist. Giovanni Ribisi, Scientologist. It's a little bit like that with it.
Mm.
So I think it looks fucking great, and it's got Rebecca Ferguson in it, and she's marvelous.
She's a one. She's an interesting one.
She's fucking. I mentioned what you said about her to Bex, and we were watching Rogue Nation, and she went, "Oh, she fucking does, doesn't she? She really does look like that."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. She went, "Do you know what? I'd be happy to get a text from her afterwards, though, just saying, do you know what I just did?" I'm fine with that, sweetheart. I said, I don't think it'd happen. I can't pull that off.
I think if Gone Girl was a year or two later, she would have got that role.
I think you're right. She would have. But then, of course, the other day, actually, smart tangent, we were flicking through something on Prime or Netflix and scrolling along, and Bex went, was scrolling past him. Bex went, "Was that Rosamund Pike?" And I went, "What?" Scroll back to it. "Oh, I thought that'd get you to fucking scroll back. Usually when I go, "What about that?" you go, "No, it looks like shit." But the minute I go, "Was that Rosamund Pike?" you start circling back.
Did you watch Return to Sender again?
I haven't watched it again, but I would. I would. Not gonna lie. At some point, I will rewatch that.
Again, I think the last one is Mission Impossible Fallout. I'm fucking bang up for that. That looks great.
Absolutely.
By
the way, when he was on, just a quick one, last thing on this, when he was on Graham Norton, and I don't watch Graham Norton, but I have watched that clip of him showing the bit where he breaks his ankle. Did you watch it?
No.
Watched it. It's on the Graham Norton YouTube thing. He basically, there's him, Rebecca Ferguson, Henry Cavill, and Simon Pegg, and he's showing the footage of where he broke his ankle, and Simon Pegg's going, "Oh no, please don't let me watch this, don't let me watch this," and Tom Cruise keeps pointing at him and going, he hasn't seen it yet, he won't watch it. Wow. At Simon Pegg, and it's basically, you can see him just taking the piss out of Simon Pegg, and it kind of makes you look at it and go, there's obviously quite a nice dynamic with these people for that, but then you do watch it and go, fucking hell, he's a charismatic bastard.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, he's
and also Henry Cavill sat next to Rebecca Ferguson. You look at it going, she's tiny and he's huge.
Nah, that man's a beast.
He is.
He's a fucking specimen, that one.
He is a hell of a specimen. And also, I still maintain that he's been misjudged. He is a charismatic fucker. He might be a bit of a dick, but he's kind of a cad with it, which I think he can get away with.
Nah, man, I love that dude. Like, he knows what he's doing, and he knows what he is, and he fucking rinses it for all it's worth.
I love the fact that he goes, do you know what? I've made a lot of money, and I'm going to enjoy it. Yeah. And I'm not going to be. He's not an arsehole with it, but if he wants to get a private jet, fuck him. He can get a private jet. He's got enough money to do it. People should be fucking calling him out for it. If he wants to get a private jet to go from New York to LA, fuck it. Why not?
Straight up. And the last thing is the thing that is. Oh, that was weird.
Yeah. It's the first misstep in it.
Solo.
Yeah.
Alden Ehret Wright's face doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. It's not right.
Bad for him. I feel bad for him because I like Alden Ehret. He's a good actor, and you know what? He might be very good at that role. The problem is, you're now starting to look at it and go, was it always going to be impossible? It just at this moment, when you're seeing that trailer, it's like a penny's dropped for everyone, and they've gone, oh, wait a minute, this wasn't a good idea. Shit, we've been banging on about how good an idea this would be, and actually it's not, is it? Shit. Oh, shit.
It just...
the very people that were going on about how there needs to be a young Solo movie, how it'll be the perfect Star Wars story movie, are going to be the very fucking same people who are going to shit all over it.
Yeah, it just... The thing is, it kind of... Like with this news this week about the Game of Thrones guys doing a Star Wars series as well, and like they're making Star Wars TV shows for Disney's new streaming service. It does. I don't know, man. They've got to be fucking careful.
I think that Solo is the one that starts to burn it out.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, it just.
And it might not be. That might not be. It might not be a bad movie. It might be a good movie. It might even be a really good movie. But I have a feeling that it's the one they've pointed at and targeted.
It's. Last Jedi. It had that instant frothing, holy fucking shit, this is the best Star Wars ever hype until it came out. And then things went weird. And, I wasn't a massive fan. I liked Last Jedi. I didn't love it. I certainly wasn't fucking, hate speeching, Kelly Marie Tran or anything. You know what I mean? There's not, in a film, and then there's that. But it feels like the milk soured a little bit, and it's just maybe Solo should have come out at Christmas, just give people a bit of time off. And now there's going to be an 18-month break between Solo and Episode 9, and it's what I do like though is the fact that it looks like Lando is going to be the thing in this film, and it might be the thing that actually saves this film's reputation.
Yeah.
And I could already see a Lando film, and I like Donald Glover. I don't like Community. I like pretty much everything else Donald Glover related that I've seen or heard. And
I don't like his terrible music.
Sorry?
I don't like his terrible music.
Childish Gambino. It's just the thing is, he fucking.
I can see why other people like it. It's not one of those ones where it's like Drake, and I refuse to believe that anybody likes it. His, I can see why other people likes it. I don't like that style of smooth R&B hip hop that he does.
He seems to be embodying, if not the exact look, but the spirit of what Billy D. Williams was doing in those films. Yeah,
he does seem to have gone. I completely get that. Yeah, and I'm not his biggest fan, but I must admit it does seem like, do you know what, he might be the charisma in that movie.
Yeah, and it just that bit at the end of the spot of the trailer, where it's just I thought we were in trouble for a minute there. Everything's fine, and it just no. No. I just.
The weird thing is, I have no nostalgic connection to that character. I just don't give a shit, and that's not. I'm not being a dick. I don't care. So I might be all right with it. I might go into it and go, I enjoyed that. Well, everyone else is breathing fire at me.
But it's even like Woody Harrelson just going, I'm putting together a team. It's like, who the fuck isn't putting together a team? Everyone's putting together a fucking team.
It is a little bit like that.
It's just a dialogue there, man. Fuck, man. I am looking forward to watching it because I like me some Star Wars, and Star Wars with some young Lando. Yeah, hell, fuck it. Yes, please. Yeah. I'm worried about it. It doesn't. His face isn't fucking right. It's not. It's just there's something. It's not there.
He's got a very unique looking face.
He's not got
he's not got a generic looking face. Harrison Ford doesn't have a generic looking face, but he doesn't have he could grow up to look like Harrison Ford looking face. He wouldn't grow up to look like that.
The thing is, it's not grow up. It's he won't look like Harrison Ford in 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Harrison Ford was not young in A New Hope. He wasn't fucking old either.
Yeah.
And there's maybe a 10. I'd be fascinated to know the age difference between Harrison Ford when he filmed A New Hope and Alden Ehrenreich now. 10 years max.
So let's check it then. You do Alden Ehrenreich, I'll do Harrison Ford.
Fucking let's get on this.
So, New Hope was 77, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, he was 35. I reckon they're about the same age.
Alden Ehrenreich. was born in 89. So he's 5 years younger than me.
Shit, is he that young?
Okay, so he's like late 20s.
So there's 7 years between them.
So we're saying no.
Even if in the movie world there's 15 years between them, which I don't know how many years there is, he's never going to look like that. You would have been able to cast somebody who might have gone on to look like that. But I think he's, I don't know, maybe he's too old for the role. And he's only 28, but maybe he's 28, 29. He's maybe a little too old for the role.
I mean, we'll see. It just, I've been down on marketing before, and it's turned out okay with things.
Exactly.
But
I hated the Pacific Rim trailers up until I saw them on the big screen.
There you go. And it's fuck. He doesn't look right.
Oh, he doesn't. Right.
Anyway,
shall we move on to our first review?
Let's do it.
Right. Our first review of the evening is Dan Gilroy's Roman J. Isreal Esq.
Oh. Well, all right. We're going to do that, are we?
Yep.
Oh, all right then. So, interesting.
It stars Denzel Washington, Colin Farrell, Carmen Ejoya, and it is the story of Roman J. Isreal Esq.
Hang on, you didn't see this, did you?
Yes, I fucking did.
Fuck off! Did you really?
I did, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you, what? Hang on, what? No, you didn't. When did you see this?
Yesterday afternoon.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, wow, really?
Yep.
You motherfucker! Wow! What the fucking hell, man? You are a closed book, you... Right, seriously, I hope this reaction seems genuine, because it is. I did not have a fucking clue, Mark. I didn't even... What the fuck? Sweet! Right, oh, man, I am intrigued to see what you thought about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saw it yesterday afternoon.
Wow!
We had a conversation with this yesterday where I asked Ian if he'd seen it, but didn't intimate that I'd seen it.
No, you didn't.
And he said he might. And I thought, I don't want to tell Ian that he should go and see it or anything like that, because I don't want to essentially infer on Ian's time. And I knew if I said, well, I fucking seen it, he would go and he'd feel pressure to go. So I didn't want to do that. And then when he messaged me and said, I'm at the cinema, I thought, fucking yes. So, yes.
Oh, wow.
Robert J. Isreal Esq
What a treat.
Is a activist lawyer who works for a practice where there are two lawyers. There are himself and his partner. He writes all the plays and writes all of the memos and everything like that, and kind of comes up with the legal strategy for his partner. And his partner goes to court because Roman J. Isreal Esq. There's certainly something there, isn't there? He's not quite right, but is a genius at understanding litigation and understanding the minutiae of law and everything like that. However, his partner has a heart attack and is in a catatonic coma, a fully vegetative state, and so brought in to oversee the closing down of their practice is Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell then quickly notices that there's something there in Roman that he can use, but not exploit. He just wants to use it, and he kind of sees something there, and so he ends up going to work for him. At the same time, and we're going to be all spoilers all the time, an opportunity is presented to Roman J. Isreal Esq. That he takes after having almost like an epiphany that his morals and his principles that he's always have held him back, and he basically says that he knows he's been held back, and it's his choice to be held back, and he's no longer going to be held back. So he uses information that he's got to collect a $100,000 reward, and kind of changes his whole tact. Ian, what did you think to a movie that we didn't think actually existed?
Yeah, you fucking WhatsApped me at 8:55 last night saying have fun, but it doesn't exist. You fucking sly dog. You saw it yesterday?
Yeah.
Fucking sly dog. Fantastic. Okay. Well, okay, I'm glad we're going to get to this then. Right. I really quite liked it. Yeah, I really quite liked it. I think it's a very kind of classic morality tale, which is not very fashionable in this day of this must be about every single film must be about something that is absolutely culturally relevant to absolutely everything today.
Yeah, and we'll come to a certain scene that I want to talk about.
Oh my god, which I fucking like. I know the scene you're talking about, and I was just like, I am so glad Dan Gilroy has this particular opinion.
I'm so glad he's got the balls to fucking voice it as well.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that scene is why a lot of people are being fucking mingy about the film as well. Right. Yeah. It's a classic morality tale. I think Denzel Washington is real fucking good in this.
Yep.
I think it is a bit messy. And Colin Farrell's character in particular seems to turn on a dime at one point. and then it's like for me, I spent the second half of the film thinking, right, when's Colin Farrell going to fuck him over?
Yeah, and then he doesn't. I was the same, but I think that he's just. I think his character's maybe just one of those guys that can spin. Yeah, and the one time he's an arsehole, he apologises for it.
And and you're kind of thinking like, right, is he being like a snake oil salesman or something? You know, but
no, I don't think he is.
But no, he's not. That's the thing, he's not, and that's really interesting. He's this fucking slick guy who's all up for like increasing charges and getting people to fucking like basically trying to convince people to like spend more money. And then there's that one scene where it's like, but we're going to open a pro bono department, and you're thinking, right, where is this going? Where is he trying to pin something on Roman or something? And then no, and it's this tale of this guy Roman J. Isreal Esq, who is a man out of time and out of place, who, by getting to know people around him, they see the good in him and become better people for it. But the bad that is infected him, unfortunately, makes him pay the price at the end. And I was really I was heartbroken at the end. But then that last scene of Colin Farrell going to the court with those papers, and it just
yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's a really cool shot. The closing credits.
Oh, where it pulls back.
Yeah, the choice of music and everything like that. And I'll come to this in a minute because I want to bring somebody else into this as well.
Okay, interesting. So, yeah, I really liked Roman J. Isreal Esq. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I'm tempted to go up to a 4.5. I think it is being really harshly done by... I mean, the distributors obviously got no favour in it because it did nothing in the US. There were 5 people in my screening yesterday. It's disappearing out of Cardiff after tonight as we record this. I am so glad I managed to get to see it. I'm glad to support it. And Denzel Washington has got absolutely zero chance. But the fact that this film got an Oscar nomination made me go see it. And it makes me think that maybe I should just take a chance on things more often. I really liked it.
Yeah, what happened is I realised I'd not watched a trailer or anything for it. And I thought...
Neither had I.
I watched a trailer for it because I thought, right, I don't know anything about this other than it sounds a bit fucking dull. And I watched the trailer and was like, hang on a minute. It stars Denzel Washington, and Denzel Washington, he does make mistakes occasionally, but it's very rare, and he's always quite... Denzel Washington's a fucking charismatic guy, you know, and even in roles like this where he's not playing a charisma machine, he's a very watchable actor. It was nice seeing Colin Farrell not being fat Colin Farrell. Or not even fat Colin Farrell, but mildly chubby Colin Farrell. And then it was Dan Gilroy, and I thought, hang on a minute, I fucking really like Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
It was really fucking good. Not just good, it was really fucking good. he can't go off a cliff with this. And the trailer I watched thought, that looked good. Why aren't I going for this? I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to fucking take a punt. And if it turns out everyone else was right, then fucking what have I wasted? A little bit of fucking time. That's it. But at least I've given it a fucking go. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
It's the worst Denzel Washington's been in years. Fuck off. You know, it's really, is it? Because I can throw a shitload of fucking Denzel Washington films where he wasn't great in them, and this isn't one of them. You know, 8 years ago he made The Book of Eli. That's not a great film.
Mm.
You know, don't get me wrong, I like it, but Safe House.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. It's an enjoyable movie that is very much, it's telling the story it wants to tell, and it's not going to get embroiled. It's telling the story about a black activist lawyer who has, within his past, that isn't over-explained but is quite clearly there, that he was a strong political activist. It's not trying to tell you that fucking story, though. It's not hitting you over the head with it. And the exchange he has, where he's talking to the activist group, the exchange he has with the girl is very much Dan Gilroy pointing at it, going, he's right, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Him being front of the time, he's not wrong. He's right, you're the arsehole.
It's just when he keeps repeating, it's polite. It's polite.
It's chivalry.
And
chivalry.
I wanted to fucking stand up and just go, yes! Yes!
And then when she says, oh, have you ever, what is it? And she turns it on by saying, have you ever represented someone in a domestic abuse thing? And he says, yeah, I have. And it's just, oh, you defend that? And he says, well, you might want the Sixth Amendment at some point, which is everybody is entitled to the best representation available to them. And they basically, oh, that's just lawyer speak. And it's like, no, if you're going to believe in the law, you have to believe in all of it, not the bits that fucking suit you. And that is his thing. That's the thing about him. He will only do that, and he cracks because he has a fleeting moment of bang, and it is the everybody can crack. He doesn't then start going out and snorting coke off a hooker's arse. He just goes, I've done all this, and what's it got me? I'm in a shitty apartment where I have to make noise complaints all the time. I'm wearing all my old clothes, and just nobody... It's basically, I don't want to be that bum that people thought were dead on the street.
Yeah.
Because I then got mugged, and they took his fucking iPod.
There's that. I don't know.
It's made that, and it's just he cracks for a moment, and everything goes. What is it? I think one of the things about it is because you said that not everything's perfect in it, and not everything is perfect in it. That feels a little bit off. Is it's set in a 3-week period, but it feels like it's over months.
Yeah, it does. You're right,
and that feels a bit. It feels a bit disjointed.
That's right, because he said 3 Mondays ago. I didn't know either of you two. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That God,
and when he's writing the thing, he mentions that it's been 3 weeks, and it doesn't feel like 3 weeks. It feels like months. But I think maybe part of that is because the architecture of cinema and the way these films usually work is you would see it over months. Whereas this is boiling it down to 3 weeks.
Sorry, go on.
Go on. Yeah, and I think Washington's fantastic. I think Colin Farrell's character's great. The moment where he turns and he has a go, it's because he thinks, shit, this is going to cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then once he's sorted it out and realises it's not, he apologises. Do you know what? That's how humans react. That's just how people react to things. That's how life works. You go, fuck you, get the fuck out, and then you go, oh shit, he didn't fucking mean it. He didn't fucking do it for that. And you calm down and then you apologise.
That's exactly it. And I mean, it just in terms of the he's right in like Dan Gilroy's perspective on this, that scene where he is basically breaking down, begging for a job.
Yeah.
With that group, and then at the end, like that guy's just like, "What a freak!" And then straight away, she's just like, "You stand on his shoulders," and it was just fucking right, and just
it was, yeah, because he's not like an full breakdown. He's trying to just not.
Yeah, he's trying to keep it together. Yeah,
he really is. He's a wonderful character. I'd be perfectly happy. He's not going to win it, but I'd be actually. I'm looking now, going, do you know what? And I haven't seen Darkest Hour, and I will watch it. And and it might be more than this. So I'm saying it what is it? But putting on a fat suit and playing a historical character shouldn't just automatically get you a fucking Oscar.
No, you're right.
And it feels a little bit. It might not be, but it feels a little bit like they've gone, right, this is Gary Oldman's turn, and Denzel Washington's got 2, so he's not going to get it. But it's a really good performance because you are watching it and it makes you remember for Denzel Washington that he is a character actor that happens to occasionally be a movie star.
It makes you, absolutely. And it makes you think that maybe the fact that he got this Oscar nomination that seemed to come from nowhere, maybe it was that people had it on their screener piles and they watched it. It was like, do you know what? He was really fucking good in that. And it's...
Would Roman J. Isreal Esq look out of place on that list of Best Picture nominations?
No, that's the thing. But in a way it would, because, like I say, it feels like a classic.
Well, just wait, this what
film.
This what I thought when they had that shot at the end and it's pulling out and you've got that soundtrack going out and you've got a shot pulling back and then the shot is it's basically as Robert Downey Jr. has been preparing this legal challenge to challenge plea bargaining for years, and he's got all this thing, and Colin Farrell's character is basically submitting it, and he's putting it there, and then the woman's going through it all and stamping each bit, and Colin Farrell's just stood there, and we get a shot coming out from the back as the credits are coming up on there, and you've got you've got a 70s soul record playing at the same time. And I can't remember what the record is, but it's a really fantastic shot. And when you couple that with Nightcrawler, you're looking at it going, fucking hell, you've got Dan Gilroy giving us these wonderful, with this and Nightcrawler, he's given us these wonderful films that hark back to the 70s, American film explosion of people like De Palma and Coppola and Scorsese and people like that. And then you've got the other side of it. You've got Craig Azella giving us the fucking gnarly side of the 70s. And it's like these are the people that grew up, the filmmakers that grew up, and not Dan Gilroy to an extent, because Dan Gilroy is, 50, in his mid-50s?
Yeah, sure.
But these are people who clearly looked at... maybe not Dan Gilroy to an extent, but like Craig Azella, they came through the new auto explosion in the 90s, where you had people like Paul Thomas Anderson came out and Tarantino came out, and there was a lot of other ones that kind of came out at that point, Anthony Minghella and people like that, and they were going, well, no, we're influenced by these fucking guys from the 70s, the Peter Bogdanoviches and the Scorseses and people like that. Yeah. And they've gone back and watched that and gone, hang on a minute, that's fucking really fucking cool. Well, how can I do both of this? And you get in movies like this, and because of the hyper-politicised climate that we're living in film, they're kind of getting shunted to a side and forgotten about. And Roman J. Isreal Esq is going to be a film in 5 years' time that people are going to watch and go, fuck, why didn't I watch that at the time?
Yeah, I genuinely think that as well. It's one that's been buried by films that feel like they have to be seen. When people are screaming in your face, this has to be watched right now. And a film that is ever so slightly shabby, but has a really interesting plot to it that isn't connected to today necessarily. In some ways it is. Just gets shunted aside, and just the Colin Farrell character again. Just he's 3-dimensional. You know, it's like, and just the fact that you can be successful, you can have the slick suit, you can have the fast car, you can earn all the money and charge people loads, but also have a moral side and be, do you know what? Yeah, all right, then let's take on some pro bono cases and do it because it just makes you feel better inside. You know, that, I mean, that is, I think that's a side, that's a character that people don't want to admit that they want to be. It's like people who are like, you know, it's all about the other people and whatnot. Yeah, all right then, but you still fucking own fast cars and big houses and all that. I mean, like, insert name of big, important activist actor now, male or female, you know. Yes, you're fucking crowing about all these causes and whatnot, but why not be like Henry Cavill and also admit that you like this shit? Yep. You could be three-dimensional. It's a capitalist society. It is what... I'm sorry, it is what it is. You know, yep. Me, I like my fucking Tom Ford. I wear Tom Ford shit, you know, which I bought off eBay, to be fair. But I wear Tom Ford shit because it makes me feel good about how I present myself. I also run an electric car because I don't want to fucking buy petrol. I can be both. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, it just, like, people can be both. It's fine.
It's and as well, you've got to kind of look at it and go, we actually have to exist in the world. We actually not exist, not just be part of it. We have to actually contribute within the world. It's not that easy sometimes to do it and have your complete moralistic view and do that. I work for don't get me wrong, my company is a good company, but they're a minimum wage paying company because they're a retailer. I don't agree with minimum wage. I don't agree with 0-hour contracts on a personal level, but my company has them, and I can see all of the reasons why my company has them. I'm not going to quit my fucking job because of it, because it'd be fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But if I started bitching and moaning about what is it about 0-hour contracts, things like that, people would point a finger at me and go, "Well, you work for a company that gives them." It's like, yeah, I fucking do. I can do both of them. Colin Farrell's character's reaction when he sees that car following him and he knows what's about to happen, and he starts running, that is fantastic. And it's a really well done shot of the fact that you don't see him. You just see Colin Farrell's legs.
Oh, dude, and I tell you what as well, man. He fucking answers that phone and he's just like, of course I remember you. That's why I wrote my number on the card. And then the bang. Fucking, I genuinely almost started crying.
I was a little bit. I was emotional by that. It's a really good film.
It's a really good film.
I'm really glad I watched it.
Like, Mark, fucking seriously, man. Good fucking work. Like, you surprised the shit out of me there, and that was wonderful. Like, fucking ace. Fucking brilliant. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Like, it just... Fuck, I kind of want to watch it again tonight. Like,
it's good.
It's a fucking good film.
So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I will be looking forward to rewatching it when it comes out.
Fucking, I'm a day one iTunes on that motherfucker. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yep. Right. So yeah, I'm definitely not shit.
Definitely not shit.
Yeah, what I'd say to people is, whatever you've heard, ignore it and watch the fucking trailer.
I didn't even see the trailer. I knew he was a lawyer.
Well, this is it. Listen to this, right? Definitely not shit, 0%.
Okay, great.
Touching cloth, 14%.
Okay.
Shit, 43%.
Oh, seriously, Mark, what a treat, man. It feels like it's my fucking birthday or something. That was wonderful.
Good.
That was wonderful. Anyway.
The Cloverfield paradox.
Oh, let's do it then.
Also was originally known as the God Particle. It is the third, and I'm doing bunny ears, installment of the Cloverfield thing, universe, whatever it is now that we're calling it. This one actually has something to do with Cloverfield rather than just a fucking road sign and a poster. Directed by Julius Onah. Did I say that? Yeah, go with that. Stars Daniel Brühl, Elizabeth Debicki, Askell Henny, Gugu Mbatha Raw, Chris O'Dowd, John Ortiz, David O'Hellyer, and Zhang Zi. What's it about, Ian?
David O'Hellyer. Right, okay, so the Cloverfield paradox. What's it about? It's a space station, and energy on Earth is running low. So there's people up on a space station, basically with a mini Hadron Collider, trying to discover the key to free energy. When one of their things goes wrong, after Donald Logue has done a cameo saying, "Yeah, I reckon if they fucking run that thing, it's gonna basically." Yeah, have you seen the film Cloverfield? Yeah, that's going to happen. And then they run it, and then they've lost Earth. Earth has disappeared. And then some weird shit starts happening. And then it gets interesting, and then it doesn't. Yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah. Chris O'Dowd shouts at his arm.
Chris O'Dowd shouts at his arm, and Gugu Mbatha Raw stole energy and killed her kids.
Yep.
Cloverfield paradox. Right, okay. To be honest, I like it less the more I think about it. I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd after watching it on Monday night, and I actually think that was kind. I've listened to a couple of reviews since then, and yeah, it's pretty fucking ropey. I think the cast is good to an extent. I think some of the ideas in it are interesting. I think that when it's a bit batshit in the middle third, it's quite fun because it is genuinely what the fuck's going to happen next. But it does also feel like a big publicity stunt. But fair play. I'm glad I watched it on Netflix on my TV and didn't bother going out to the cinema to see it. Mark?
Yeah, I was really hoping to like it, and not one of those people who was a bit shitty about it. But I did think it was a bit shitty. Like you say, the cast in it, I think, are all fine. You know, I think they're all quite entertaining. I think the story has good ideas. There's a few where it's a bit like a little bit racist, just making him the sneaky German who's obviously out to get everybody because he's German, and they're obviously going to start a war because it's Germany. Felt a little bit like that was a bit mean to Daniel Brühl.
I thought the angry Russian was a bit...
Yeah, the angry Russian was a little bit like
Russian,
that.
So he's angry, great, fine.
I got sick of the fucking... Oh, God, the husband and wife thing of that, and them constantly... All that man did was look at his phone or look at his computer screen. That's all he did all of the time.
I like the fact that literally there's 15, 20 minutes of this film that is him and that little girl, and the only reason why they are there is so he could go at the end, no, don't send them back. That's all he's fucking there for.
Yeah. That felt a little bit, what is it? There's some good ideas. It feels a little bit like a film that got away from a director.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I don't think...
It's passable at best.
Yeah, I mean,
direction-wise.
We're not going to find out for years, like, what the fucking actual origins of this were. But, you know, whether it was always intended to be a Cloverfield, like, tie-in kind of thing. But it's a shoddily made film. It's like that kind of opening where it starts off on Earth and then it's the credits and it's just like a kind of a montage in the credits. And then there's loads of scenes of like the camera going down the corridors in the spaceship while people are kind of having exchanges of dialogue over it. And it's just like, are you fucking papering over some cracks or something? What is going on here?
Yeah.
And it's just, it is a fart in a fucking elevator, this film. Do
you know what? Life's a better movie.
Life is definitely a better movie, but like there were moments that I was having fun with it. I was having fun up
until about halfway through. It kind of just goes off a bit of a. Her argument for why she should go back, it's like, they're not your kids, dumbass. There's another mum. Don't you think they're going to turn up and just make it fucking weird for those kids?
No, and that's the thing. And Debicki, you see where she's fucking coming from.
Yeah.
Like, this is my reality. I'm trying to save my reality. I recognise who you people are, but you're not actually my people. Oh, and by the way, just on Roman J. Isreal Esq, just because I just thought of it, the moment where he's eating the turkey bacon glazed donuts and then he's in the sea, like one of the most joyous sequences of the year. Anyway.
Yeah. Yes, it is, yeah.
Just wonderful.
Him running away from those waves. And then going, no, wait a minute, fuck it, I'm going to go in.
Yeah. No, just the fact that, like you said, he's not snorting cocaine. What does he do? He goes to, and just the fact he mentions it earlier on that he does it. He goes to Santa Monica, he has he has 3 of those fucking donuts, lets them keep the change from $100 because he's just really happy to have the fucking donuts, and then goes in the sea. You know, like, fuck, man, that's just a sweet life. Good for him.
Yep.
Anyway, oh God, that fucking film's great. Cloverfield Paradox isn't. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird that this cost $45 million. Even though I will say the Magna Putty death, I thought was quite a good visual. You know, you've never seen Magna Putty stretching out at someone to kill them before. But it didn't really make any sense. It was like,
the bit that stands out most for me is Chris O'Dowd shouting at his arm. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, arm?
Becky stopped it. Maybe Becky stopped that moment because she was laughing too much, and then picked up the Apple TV remote and went, Siri, go back 10 seconds.
Yeah, good.
And watched it again, and then laughed again, and then had to take a toilet break because she was laughing too much.
That's very good. No, like you said, it feels like a film that just got away from them. And, you know, I don't think none of the cast are going to be, like, hurt by the film because it feels like, it basically feels like a big ad for Netflix.
Yeah.
And, I mean, in the end of the day, Paramount have apparently made money off of this sale to Netflix, and the film was budgeted at $45 million. They've obviously spent nothing on the promotion.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, Netflix give them like $50 million. They make $5 million off of it. What do Netflix get? They get a lot of people intrigued by the Cloverfield Paradox. Maybe someone who's lapsed the subscription, they'll resubscribe for a month.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they'll get them in for a longer haul. You know,
Bright got people. Bright before in November they were saying that Netflix subscriptions are plateaued. They weren't going down, but they weren't attracting as many new members as they had, and that includes people who are returning members. And they basically said Bright might not just been Bright, but it did go up in December and January, and they basically come out and said, you might have got, might have made, Star Wars might have made 1.2 billion, but we think more people watched Bright.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's exactly it.
They said it was probably the most watched, officially can be tracked, watched movie. One of the most watched movies ever made.
There you go.
It's insane, like, that had 85 million views in its first month. That's insane.
But I mean, I don't know. It's just it's the way of the world. And the thing is, I mean, in the first couple of days, like after this film came out, it like people complaining about Netflix and whatnot. And it's just like no. At the end of the day, Paramount sold a film that they knew was gonna, would maybe make its budget back, but maybe not. Like if they release it in a traditional window where there's like normal reviews and whatnot, it would probably die a death because it's not very good, and then it would be done. Paramount aren't going to do this with every film. Not Marvel aren't going to sell their fucking like films to Netflix. If A24 or Annapurna Pictures, they're not going to sell their shit to Netflix. They are going to try for a theatrical distribution. You know, this isn't the way of things. It's a unique situation. It's like Annihilation. Paramount, because Paramount had a change of like the chairman of Paramount changed, and apparently he basically looked at all their products and he made some decisions. And one of the decisions was Annihilation, worldwide rights to Netflix, Cloverfield Paradox. Yep, sell it to Netflix. It's fine. You know, and apparently, the very early word on Annihilation that I've literally seen today is that it is a head fuck and is good, but is probably not for a mainstream audience.
Yeah.
Annihilation probably cost Paramount a fair bit of money, and after the year they had last year, I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix said, yeah, right, then we'll take it off you for X amount of money, we'll have a prestige film. And Paramount were like, cool, we need a safe bet with money. Alex Garland is apparently not happy about it. I bet he's fucking not. You know, it's his second directed film, first with a major studio, and it goes direct to Netflix. I bet he's not happy. But more people are going to watch Annihilation in its first weekend than have probably watched Ex Machina total.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's going to get seen. That's the thing.
I mean, first weekend on Netflix, sorry. But yeah. So that's Mute. More people are going to watch Mute in probably its first day than have watched The Moon.
And that's it. And that's what Duncan Jones said. Duncan Jones said, I don't care. I care more about people seeing it than how they see it.
There you go. You know, and it's Mute.
And he said, yeah, you know, he said, I'm not. And the weird thing was, he said, "I'm not Martin Scorsese. I'd like for there to be screenings of it at some point, but I can't tell people to do that. I'm not Martin Scorsese," which makes you think a little bit like Scorsese's gone, "I'll make this movie. We'll do this movie. I want it in cinemas now."
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I think
and that might be,
that.
Yeah, and that might be the one where they go, "Do you know what? With this type of movie, and it might not be mutants like that, what we're going to do is, for one weekend only, bang, there it is. It's out, and it's playing in a cinema in New York or LA for 2 weeks, so it can qualify for awards." There you go.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, the thing is, I mean, they don't have to do that. Like Mudbound actually did Mudbound. I think Mudbound played, but it was on Netflix at the same time.
I think he did that because it has to play so many times. It's for so long.
It's NY, and it's 5. I think it's 5 screens in both New York and Los Angeles for 2 weeks.
That's it. So that's
it's
what
something like that. Yeah. So I mean, but that yeah. So that's it. But you know, Mute. It's not going to be a treadmill watch. It's not going to be a train watch. It's going to be the Friday it comes out. Lottie's gone to bed.
Yeah,
I am watching that motherfucker in 4K. Frankly, probably in a better fucking package than I will watch it in the cinema, because it would probably be a 2K DI in the cinema, and on Netflix it will actually probably be from a 4K DI. Netflix actually have minimum for their Netflix originals now. They have minimum standards of the camera equipment that can be used. You know, so that they can actually legit put shit in 4K. Most fucking UHD discs aren't true 4K.
Yeah.
You know, so just saying. So I may be getting in the weeds a little bit here, but anyway, the Cloverfield Paradox is not great.
No, it's not. It's just not. I wish I'd enjoyed it more. I really do, because I don't like shit on movies.
We'll see what happens with Cloverfield 4. Apparently, that's out later this year. So
I'm a little bit. I was already a little bit pissed off with the fact that Cloverfield Lane wasn't a Cloverfield movie. It was another movie that I think would have been just as good a movie without tacking a road sign onto it. And
also, to be fair, the events of the end of 10 Cloverfield Lane do kind of make sense there. But now Cloverfield, right? So it's called Cloverfield Station. So then the footage you're watching in the first film is called Cloverfield, and that makes sense because it's as a result of Cloverfield Station. So 10 Cloverfield Lane, right? That's just a street name.
Yeah,
it's kind of broken that a little bit now.
Has a little bit, hasn't it?
You know, so yeah, there we go. Touching cloth.
I am
definitely shit. You're definitely shit.
Yeah, I'm shit. I wish I wasn't, but I thought it was just a bit crap, really, to be honest. Audience view, definitely not shit, 15%. Touching Cloth, 8%. Shit, 62%. And Geostorm, 15%.
Okay, fair enough. I could see a Geostorm.
I can see a Geostorm with where people got out with that. Right. Phantom Thread. I think this is the third Paul Thomas Anderson movie we've covered on the podcast.
You're correct. The Master, I think, was like literally episode 2.
It was, yeah. It was very early. I need to rewatch The Master because I was disappointed, but I think it's a better film than I remember it being. I just remember being a little bit disappointed. I think I need a little bit of going back to that.
I watched it once, liked it more, but still wasn't in love.
Right, yeah. I think I'm going to rewatch it the next couple of weeks. Nice. So Paul Thomas Anderson writes, directs, and is the cinematographer for the first time.
Him and the camera operators, apparently.
Yes.
There is no credited cinematographer.
No, there isn't. No. So no Robert Elwes, like he usually uses Master.
Well, no, he was doing Roman J. Esq.
He was doing Roman J. Esquire, and it's a very good-looking movie.
It is.
It's a very good-looking. I think Robert Elwes is one of those. There's a couple of them, cinematographers that just don't get mentioned quite enough. Around sort of like when we're talking about like the big sort of cinematographers, it tends to be certain names tend to come up, and him and Robert Richardson are the two who I don't think get mentioned enough.
That's a good, yeah.
No one talks about Robert Richardson, and look at some of the fucking movies he's shot. He's fucking Scorsese and Tarantino's DOP.
Yeah,
and people don't talk about him ever. Have you ever seen a picture of that man? He's a cool-looking man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, have a look.
I'm going to do it now.
Go to his IMDb picture.
Okay.
This is dead air. This is terrible for what is it? But so Phantom Thread. Yes. Paul Thomas stars Daniel Day-Lewis.
Shit! Look at that guy.
He's a cool-looking motherfucker, and he's a silver fox.
He is. Oh god, that's some long hair. Good on him. Sorry.
Yes, Vicky Krieps is also in there, and there's a lot of kind of like character actors around this movie. Yes, Phantom Thread. What's it about? It's set in 50s London. Daniel Day-Lewis plays Reynolds Woodcock, who is he's the chief designer and owner of the House of Woodcock, a fashion house who design clothes for very, very wealthy people and dignitaries and things like that. He has eccentricities, but not overtly flash eccentricities or anything like that. He's just a very particular man. He also has a sister who it's clear is very dear to him and very close to him, and kind of takes care of his affectations, I suppose, would be better than eccentricities. He falls for Alma, who he meets when he's out in the country, at his country retreat. She's a waitress who serves him breakfast, and he falls for her instantly, and they become embroiled in a relationship where he brings into his life, but it's not like that. It's quite hard to explain. Ian, Phantom Thread, it's not what the trailer suggests, is it?
Yeah, no, it's Phantom Thread.
Can I put something else out there?
Yes.
Johnny Greenwood does the music. The music might as well be credited as a character.
Yeah, that score's fucking impressive.
It's very good.
It's a real good score. Yeah, so I enjoyed the destination of Phantom Thread. I think it's going to take me another watch to kind of get fully comfortable with the journey. I enjoyed the journey. I think I need another watch to settle with the destination. Really interesting film. I really liked it. It's a definitely not shit. And it's really funny. And it's obviously made by someone who fucking loves cinema. And I really, really liked Daniel Day-Lewis. I thought Vicky Krieps was great. I thought Leslie Manville was fantastic. All the supporting cast I thought were really good as well, actually. Just even like the head seamstresses and stuff. They just really... Like that, the one where the one comes in and says, like, he's collapsed. Well, who's collapsed? Mr. Woodcock. What do you mean? He's collapsed on the floor and there's stains all over it. You know, just, I don't know. It was very like tight and precise and English.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that's a very good. And usually stuff like that is like nails down a chalkboard to me. But
it's just that outsider perspective on it all, the slight offness of it, I thought really worked. It's. I can see. I can see why it's maybe not gotten critics shouting from the rooftops, but has got a lot of Oscar nominations because people in the industry appreciate what's going on in the film.
Yeah.
It's. I really liked it. I'm just not. I rewatched Inherent Vice and I felt exactly the same with that first time round. It was like, I really like that. I'm not quite there with it. And then I rewatched it again last week and it was like, Inherent Vice is fucking amazing.
It was my film of the year that year.
Yeah, I remember.
Adore Inherent Vice.
I remember. And I remember at the time thinking like, fair fucking play. I'm not there. And with Phantom Thread, I'm kind of the same there, where it's like, I think I need another crack at it, but I'm not for 1 second going to say it's a bad film because it's not. It's really fucking good. Mark?
It's a fascinating film to watch at the time while you're watching it. And it's also quite fascinating to rethink about it and to think about what happens in it. But by the way, I mean, fascinating is one of the reasons, and I'm going to draw a strange comparison here. One of the reasons why I love watching Michael Mann films is Michael Mann has an obsession with showing characters, and predominantly male characters, doing their jobs really, really well. Doing things really, really well. And he gets into the meticulous nature of that. I think one of the best scenes in this movie, and it's a film of fantastic scenes. It almost, with the fact that the score, and the reason why I mentioned Johnny Greenwood in it, is the score throughout it is consistent. It is pretty much always there, especially for the first, I would say, 70 minutes. There's not a point where the score isn't there and doesn't exist within the movie.
We have some breaking news.
What?
I'm ever so sorry. So, the Joker film that Todd Phillips is supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix.
As the Joker?
Apparently.
Oh, that's very fucking interesting.
And set in the 80s.
Oh, yes. I will say yes to all
that. Sources at Variety are saying that he's maybe already signed on, but Warner Brothers have not yet confirmed. The film will explore the character's time in Gotham as he becomes a supervillain. It will be produced by Scorsese.
That's fucking hell. That's so fucking weird, but I am so looking forward to that. Good on him. Good on DC for taking these kind of risks of going outside the universe to try to create.
I just thought that would be your bag, so I thought I'd just bring that on.
That's really good casting.
Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker. That is fucking...
If that's a standalone one movie and it's just a crime movie, an 80s crime movie...
They're saying it's going to be just like a gritty crime drama. Yeah, go on, then.
Yeah, brilliant. Just do that. Just do that. every so often with these characters. Don't fuck around.
Sorry.
I think one of the best scenes in the movie is when he first takes Al back to the what is it, and he's basically fitting her for a dress, and he puts the dressmaker schmuck on her, and he's pinning it back and saying, I think we might need to pinch this a little bit here and anything like that, and then he wanders off and gets the fabrics, and he stood there just going like that, and you're watching it, and I'm just watching it going, this is a guy fitting somebody for a dress. It is fascinating.
Oh, dude, his fingernails.
Yeah.
And just fuck it. Oh my god. Like
I could have watched that scene for another hour of just him doing that. And it's nowhere near as sinister as you would imagine the movie's about to become.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite funny, and he's an affable character. He's a prick, but I don't think he's ever pretending he's not a prick. I don't even think he's ever pretending he's not a prick. He's very much a man within his world, you know. And
again, linking it to Roman J. Israel Esquire, it's a film where the director knows what human behaviour is actually like, and isn't afraid to show it on screen. Yeah, and that's it. He's Daniel Day-Lewis is very good, but Daniel Day-Lewis is always very good. But there's a playfulness back to it. It is staggering when you think about it that this guy, this actor is the same guy in There Will Be Blood, who is the same guy who played Lincoln, who is the same guy who was in Gangs of New York. It's Gangs of New York to this that weirds me out the most. It just is.
Gangs of New York is very much not a perfect movie. It very much is not a perfect movie. His performance in it, though, is fucking incredible. That is a force of nature performance.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's from the first shot, you go, because this is very different to Inherent Vice. But it's in a lot of ways, in terms of period and everything, it's closer to The Master. And Inherent Vice has very much leanings towards Boogie Nights. So there is connecting tissue in these movies. But you wouldn't think that the guy who made Inherent Vice would be making Phantom Thread. But then within seconds of that first shot, I was going, oh yeah, I'm watching a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Straight away. It was that. There's just something about that close-up and all of this, and it's... I read it, I can't remember. I really wish I could remember where I read it. I read a piece criticising Paul Thomas Anderson about his the way he writes female characters. And I read it, and it was basically saying that all his female characters are flawed. And it was a criticism of that, and I thought, that's bullshit. Complete fucking bullshit. Every single character in every single Paul Thomas Anderson movie is flawed.
Yeah, Dirk Diggler, he's fucking flawless. There's nothing wrong with that guy.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just got a big dick and he loves cocaine. There we go.
Yeah.
You know, what a fucking life. Every character is flawed. So, essentially, every fucking body is flawed. And do you know what? Everybody in the world is flawed. And that's the point. So it's not that he doesn't write strong female characters, because he does. Look at Amy Adams in The fucking Master. She's the Master.
Yeah.
You know, you can take this here. Who is the strongest character in this movie? She's called Cyril. She's the strongest character. The fact that she fucking shoots him down and basically says to him at one point when he tries to bully her, and not even bully, but tries to get pissy with her and says, don't you try and go through me because I will destroy you. And he basically looks at her and goes, yeah, all right, then. She will. I won't. That's the one I won't take on.
And, I mean, I don't know, shit, man. I mean, the fact that basically in order to be able to fulfill himself creatively in life, he's got to have a woman fucking poison him.
Yeah.
You know,
and he seems to like it.
Yeah, that's the thing. He completely Like that scene towards the end where like she's cooking him that stuff and he's looking at her.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is going through his mind?
He's chewing it, and you're thinking, is he about to spit it out on the plate and start saying to her, "Do you think I don't know? Do you think I'm as stupid as you?" Or anything like that? And he doesn't. He swallows it, and he basically, in swallowing it, he's saying to her, "Is this what you want? Let's fucking do it."
Yeah, I mean, it's Gone Girl in 1950s London.
Yeah.
But it almost like she revealed her tendencies in the early stages of their relationship or something. Yeah. It's fucking
in Gone Girl. If it wasn't such an offensive line, the best line in Gone Girl is "Yeah, well, I'm the cunt you love."
Yeah.
If I didn't consider the word cunt, I would have that tattooed on me somewhere.
Nice.
Because it's such a fucking cutting line. But yeah, you are absolutely right. I didn't think about that. But it's that. And but before that, you've got all of this this richness and this opulence running through it that's fascinating to watch because it's playful and it's jovial and it's fun and it's looking at the ridiculousness of it. It's her getting pissed off that woman got shit-faced in his dress. And he's disrespecting his work and his passion.
Amazing.
And then when he goes, the brilliant bit, and the bit that's the reason why Daniel Day-Lewis is who he is the bit where he's stood in that doorway with his arm over, seething as she's gone to get the dress off. And the son comes out and he goes, "Oh, hello, Mr. Woodcock." And he goes, "Evening, Cam." Yeah. And then the guy just fucks up. And it's brilliant. It's brilliantly get me the fucking dress. It's the first time a proper swear word is used in the movie as well. It's the first time he snaps, and he's not there is so much passive aggressive, essentially violence in this movie. The weird thing is Cyril's relationship to Alma is fantastic. The fact that she says that you think that Alma thinks that she doesn't like her, and she says, "Will you sort this out? Either give her what she wants, or let me get rid of her because I'm actually quite fond of her."
Yeah,
and he's fond of her. He likes the fact that she challenges him. That's what he wants. It's why he gets bored of all the rest of them.
I mean, that's the thing, and that's why he starts getting bored of her, isn't it? Because she almost becomes like fucking submissive or something, and it's only when she actually starts to take charge and whatnot that it does become exciting. And it I don't know, it's that's a fucked up relationship. Fair play.
It is a hell of a film, and it's a hell of a watchable film. It really hurtles by. I think I told you to fuck off, didn't I?
Oh, to the doctor. That's wonderful. Yeah. And the fucking chic. No,
yeah. I love that because I hate that word.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about her fucking feelings.
Yeah.
He's such a dick.
It's just like the shit. Like, oh god, what is it? I'm trying to imagine how I can express so much chivalry, and like when he's eating the asparagus, it's just a fucking twat. Like,
yeah, he's a prick. But the thing is, every bit of emotion that they're conveying, the positive sentence is trying to convey within that movie, you can see visually. You can see visually. So when he's looking at it, you're looking at it, and asparagus, the way that's been cut and it's got butter and anything like that, I like it. But the way that he shows it on the plate, you're looking at it going, I don't like the look of it.
Yeah.
I know I like that, but I don't like the look of it. The fact that another great shot is when he's talking to the Belgian princess, and she's there, and you see Alma looking at her, and you're thinking, it's not a gratuitous shot of the princess. It's not a gratuitous shot, but you are looking at it from her eyes and going, do you know what? you should be fucking threatened by that because damn.
Yeah.
But it's not in a leering way. It's just showing, look at, he's already told you, and Cyril's told you that you're perfect.
Yeah.
And then Cyril does it in the passive aggressiveness of that. You're perfect. And she goes, really? Yeah, he likes a bit of a belly. And it's like, fucking hell. But even her writing down the numbers it just shows you how good a filmmaker Paul Thomas Anderson is. That he can make writing down numbers fascinating.
The way she comes in and invades that space, and yet they both make it seem perfectly normal. Yeah. It's weirder for that. It's fantastic.
It's virtually a fucking horror movie at that point. And it's gone from being a playful love story.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, quite.
It's a very good movie.
It's a very good film.
Yeah. Audience thing was Phantom Thread definitely got shit 62%, Touching Cloth 23%, shit 8%, and Geostorm 7%.
Geostorm's interesting. I know Dan has probably gone for Touching Cloth because of the Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread. Bravo.
Well done, Dan.
Magnificent bastard. Well done. Yes. Ian, what have you been watching this week?
Right, cool. I'll do a bit of a lightning round because of the delightful surprise earlier on. So
yeah, I'll speed round mine as well.
Cool. Okay. So I already mentioned Inherent Voice. I've only got a few because one of them was going to be Roman J. Israel. So, right. Tad, the Lost Explorer and the Secret of King Midas. So this is a kids' film which had previews in cinemas this past weekend. Comes out properly this weekend, but I say properly, I think it's like 1 or 2 showings a day. It's a sequel to a Spanish film from 2012. The trailer does not fucking indicate that whatsoever. So I walked into it, and then they're introducing these characters, and it's like, who the fuck are you? And then there are flashbacks. And it's like, how did you get here? Well, after I found the blah blah blah. And it's like,
it's Tad the Explorer is on Prime.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it really? Oh shit. Okay, I might have to show that to lots tomorrow then. Right. Basically, it's a Indiana Jones for 3-year-olds, and it's quite fun.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's like I didn't hate it, to be honest. Basically, God, what's the story? It's Tad. He's met this explorer girl who they've obviously had a bit of a thing, and he's a bit.
Also, no, it's available to rent on Prime for $3.49. Not available
well,
free.
I'm not doing that. Anyway, actually, I might because she did like it. Anyway, so yeah, he knows this famous archaeologist girl, and he's got a thing for her, and she's looking forward to seeing him, and she's got this thing this show that she's presenting, and this mummy bursts into Tad's house, and they obviously had a buddy relationship in the first one, and he's like a camp mummy, and he cross dresses, which is a bit weird, but Lottie found it hilarious, she gets the woman gets kidnapped, and they have to go and save her, and it's Indiana Jones but for kids, and it's fun, and Lottie was really into it. That kid is an empathetic little one because she cries at things quite a lot when it's sad, and it was sad towards the end, and then everything was fine, and it was fun. Like, it's like 80 minutes long, and it got in, it got out. If you've got kids and it's on and you're looking for something to do, you won't hate it. So there you go. Right. Okay. Okay. Here we go then. So Poseidon. I hadn't seen this. The Wolfgang Peterson film.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's fucking grim. It's like,
it's grim.
Like,
it really is.
Weirdly grim. Like, there's dead bodies all over the place quite a lot in this film. And when the deaths come, they're nasty.
Yeah, fucking the Kurt Russell drowning one is...
It's intense. Like, yeah. I've never seen a drowning like that. Just the fact that he's gulping in that fucking water.
Yep.
Like, I don't know how they did that. Because it looks like he's in that fucking water, gulping in a fuckload of water.
Yep.
Seriously, they must have just, like, given him a load of oxygen, pulled it off him, got him to gulp down some water, cold cut, and, like, brought him to surface or something.
It's weird, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, but it's good.
Like, it's chilling. That fucking, like, his reaction, the way his body convulses.
It's that shake.
Yeah, it's really unnerving, that is. But yeah, it's nasty, and the Freddy Rodriguez death is incredible because it's basically they're trying to get over something, and then Freddy Rodriguez literally says to Richard Dreyfuss, "No, you first." So it's like, I'm offering myself to death. Here you go. And not only that, but then Freddy Rodriguez is dangling on Richard Dreyfuss's leg. Josh Lucas is like, you're going to kill us all unless you shake him off. And then Richard Dreyfuss isn't like, no, I'm not going to do that. He's like, well, shit, I better add then. And fucking shakes him off. It's yeah.
It's a little gnarly, isn't it?
Yeah, that flick is 95 minutes of just, like, the wave crashes in, like, 14 minutes in.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of deaf quite a lot.
That movie is 12 years old and cost $160 million.
That's fucked. But the thing is, a lot of it looks like it was probably practical.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There is a lot of underwater shit in this film. The major CG is like the exterior shots, and there's not that many of them. Like, this looks like it was big sets.
No, I think a lot of the money was sets.
Yeah, big sets, lots of water, and just, like, you know, I mean, the fact they had to turn shit upside down and whatnot, you know, it's, you know, that ballroom, that's a big set.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah, it's not a great film, and the characters are fucking balls, but it's 95 minutes long, and it remains in my memory.
Yeah, I've watched it multiple times.
Fair play. Grim.
Yeah.
And my last one is The Mighty Security.
Oh, yes.
As I have said on Letterboxd, come for the Antonio Banderas does Assault on Precinct 13 in a mall premise.
It really is such a blatant rip-off, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Stay for Ben Kingsley's amazing acrobatic accent, which flies to different countries between scenes. Like, seriously, Ben Kingsley, every single fucking scene he's doing a different accent. You are right. I remember you talking about this film, and you are 100% right. It's incredible.
Yeah. He's Minion as well when he comes to the gate, when he comes to the door at the first time. He's got that weird Minion with that box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So fucking weird.
Yeah, no, that's right, with the dollars, the money. And yep. I did like the bit as well where the guy tries to open up the gate and then just gets electric shocked, and then the other guy just shoves him over. Like, just like, it's like the waste of life in this film is quite something.
I also enjoyed the fact that the what is it guy, the head security guy, straight away literally turns around and goes, "Nope, I'm not in charge anymore. This is well out of my pay grade. He's in charge. He knows what he's doing."
I liked that. Just the fact that
I did, yeah.
Because I was kind of thinking he was going to be a bit shifty because he almost lets them in. You almost think he's going to be like a turncoat or something. And then Antonio Banderas incapacitates him. He wakes up and he's like, "Right, shit, yeah, all right then, fine, yeah, you are in charge. Cool, nice one." Fair enough. I did like how Antonio Banderas' character, they made quite a big thing of it in the first 10 minutes or so, that he didn't pass psychiatric evaluations.
Yeah.
And then that just doesn't come up again. It's just like, now he's fucking John McClane. Like, I had fun with it. Like, it's a fun little film.
It's stupid but fun.
Yeah.
It's exactly what that movie should be.
Treadmill run did me fine.
Yep.
Right, cool. That's me.
Cool. Right. I rewatched Euro Trip because it's Euro Trip and Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know. Yeah, that's true.
All based around my rewatching of this was based around the fact that we went to Isabel's parents' evening a few weeks ago and she mentioned somebody called Scotty, but she didn't. I just misheard and kept asking her who Scotty was. And she kept saying, there is no Scotty. And then the minute we got in the car after what is it, I'd preloaded Scotty doesn't know to play.
Right, that's... God, yep. You're fucking... Your daughter must think you're a fucking bellend. That's incredible.
Yeah, she does. So I rewatched that. Rewatched Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Okay.
The other day, just because Becky said, I don't think I've seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I was like, I'm pretty sure you have, because you were alive in 2008. So I'm pretty sure you have to have seen it.
Yeah.
It's such a strange one, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, because Jason Segel, Kristen Bell, Mila Kunis, and Russell Brand, it made all of their careers, kind of. They were all not unknowns or anything like that, but it elevated them to a new plane that they now kind of decided, we don't need it. Because 10 years ago, it was like, right, fucking hell, and then Jason Segel went on and did the fucking Muppets, and Russell Brand married Katy Perry and did voices in Despicable Me franchise. Mila Kunis, went on to do some pretty big movies, and, Kristen Bell is now in that series on Netflix.
Which is fucking shite. Sorry.
I've watched all 2 series of it, and even I don't know if I like it. I don't think I do. But yeah, but it's still a really funny fucking movie. What, were you never a fan?
Well, Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's it. It's all right. It's watchable. It's fun, is what I would say.
You're right, though. That film is like... Everybody was all about it in the late noughties, and now no one fucking talks about it.
No, it's got fucking Paul Rudd in it. Yep, when Paul Rudd just turned up in things rather than being,
right. He's the fucking surf instructor, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the surf instructor that in one scene is teaching Jason Segel how to surf, and then the next scene he sees him in a bar and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're right, man," and starts explaining who he is. He's like, "I've just had a surfing lesson like this afternoon with you," and he goes, "All right, cool." He's like, he can't remember you at all.
Okay.
What else did I watch? I rewatched Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. It's a fucking great movie, despite the fact that its main villain is Curly Watts from Coronation Street. Sorry, American listeners, you will not get that reference. But it is. It's a bad idea. Sean Howard's got a great voice for a bad guy in a Mission Impossible movie. Not a great look.
Yeah. Not
a great look at all. But yeah, that movie is a fucking great movie, and Rebecca Ferguson is fantastic in that film. The fact that it's Ethan Hunt essentially not quite managing to get everything.
Yeah.
Not quite managing to, not everything kind of not everything lands for him.
That's Sean Harris in the new one's going to be interesting, because it kind of seems like he's just there to kind of fuck shit up at the start.
Yeah. I reckon he's going to be dead pretty much straight away.
Yeah. That was a fucking weird choice. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. Bear me 2 seconds. I've got a quick thing with work. 2 seconds. Sorry. Yes. What else did I watch? I watched A Futile and Stupid Gesture.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
I fucking loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, I really did. But then again, I love Caddyshack and a lot of the National Lampoon stuff. So I think I was already in tune to really like it. I like the fact that that essentially I watched it with Becky as well, and she didn't know that Doug Kenny dies. So she didn't know that, and I was gonna tell her that guy who's doing the what is it talking about him being Doug Kenny isn't actually Doug Kenny. He's not even playing it. The guy's dead. I thought about doing it, and I decided against it. I thought, no, I'll see where it goes. And so yeah, I really enjoyed it. But I like the fact that like Joel McHale is just doing an impression of Chevy Chase.
Yeah,
he's not trying to play it as a character. He literally is just doing an impression of Chevy Chase.
No, I mean, I did enjoy that. In the end of the day, these people don't really look like these people or whatever. They're just fucking speaking like them. Because that's all you need in this film.
Yeah, I did. I had a lot of fun with it, and I think it is a bit of a. It does have a bit of a fucking gut punch at the end. I think if you don't know the story.
If you don't know the story, yeah, but I don't know, that fucking ending with the wedding and what, the funeral and whatnot, it's like, fuck off. I don't like him that much.
Yeah, see, I found him quite charming.
Alright, fuck off.
Yeah. And my final one, Colossal.
Shit the fucking bed. Yes, go.
Right, so story of Colossal.
No, don't tell me the story, tell me what you thought of it, come on.
It's a fucking interesting movie.
Yes, it is.
I really liked it, is what I'll say.
Yes.
But fucking hell, that's an interesting movie.
It goes places, doesn't it?
It goes places. And the shift in it is fucking. Oh man, it's weird. Sorry, I just haven't responded quickly. In my last text, I promise I'll stop with it. Just I've had a problem with banking at work, and it's banking time. So,
currently playing the late podcast game of Am I Going to Piss Myself? It's always a fun game.
Sorry about that, bud.
No, it's all right. It's okay, it's fine.
It's really fucking interesting. In the fact is that effectively they're all dicks. None of them are nice people. There's just different levels of them being arseholes. And the fact that the only one who seems to know he's an arsehole in this movie is Jason Sudeikis. He seems to be the one that seems to be aware of the fact that he's an arsehole. Anne Hathaway seems to teeter around the fact that she might be aware that she's a dick, but she isn't quite willing to accept it quite yet.
Yeah.
You know, Dan Stevens, you're not quite sure because you're not quite sure about, on the surface of it, he could be a bit of an arsehole, but you don't know what else she's done. The fact that he's just reached the end of his fucking tether. And at first you think, it's a bit of an extreme reaction, but he's caught her in a lie and everything like that, and she's making all the excuses. But then the fact that when he leaves, all of her friends just come in and try and restart the party, you're kind of going, fair enough. Maybe there is that.
Yeah.
So there's that, and, you know, the fact that Jason Sudeikis' character changes so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And just becomes just a fucking prick. And it's all because she don't fuck him, she fucks his mate.
Yeah.
And it's that. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. She does that, but it's just because she's drunk and horny, because she actually wants to get back together with Dan Stevens. But then, none of these characters come out of it very well at all. And she gets this redemption. That was my only criticism of it, is she seems to get this big redemption thing because she takes on Jason Sudeikis. But it's like, you're not a good person, though. You're a bit of a dick. And that's... But I think that's part of the movie, is almost that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... I don't think it's fully...
redemptive.
No, it's not fully redemptive, but it is... This guy's kind of a horrible piece of shit.
Yeah, and I'm better than him.
Yeah.
I might be a dick and I might have my problems, but my drinking affects the people around me. It's not going to... I realise that once it could affect these people, I've kind of tried to not... I'm not going to kill people just for the sake of it, just to spite somebody else.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah, it's a very good movie, though, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Yeah, and everybody's in great form, and Jason Sudeikis can. Because I know some people don't get on with his comedy. I actually really quite like him as a comedic actor, but fucking hell, that guy can turn.
Yeah, no, he can. He's I don't know. It kind of felt like they positioned him here almost on purpose, as you think he's going to be the comic relief, and then you go in, and he kind of starts like that, but then after the first act, it's okay, and then by the third act, it's go fuck yourself. I hope you get crushed.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, Tim Blake Nelson literally just disappears from the movie.
Yeah, no, God, yeah, that's right. He was in it, wasn't he?
He's really fucking good in it as well.
Yeah, no, he is.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed it. I'm actually looking forward to giving it a rewatch because I think that it's a fascinating movie. There's a lot going on in it. But yeah, I'm very glad that I eventually got round to it. Anne Hathaway's very good in it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she is. She's fucking fantastic. I wish that film was handled by a different distributor in the UK, because Entertainment is not a. It's an odd film, and it needs better marketing than what it got.
Yes, it does. It kind of got dumped, and it shouldn't have done, because it was a good movie, and it's a good concept, and it's a good high concept premise, starring people that can sell a fucking movie.
Exactly.
You know, those people can sell a movie. Anne Hathaway can sell a movie because she's Anne Hathaway and she's an Academy Award winner, and Jason Sudeikis can sell a movie because he's a charismatic guy to talk to in interviews.
Exactly. But it's on Amazon Prime. Well worth a go.
Yes. So there, no questions this week. Ian, what are we covering next week?
Well, it's going to be the climax, isn't it? Like, let's just get fucking lubed up and do it.
Are we doing that? Are we not doing well, Black Panther's out next week, isn't it?
Well, Black Panther's out on Tuesday.
When are you seeing it?
Probably Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm yeah.
Hang on.
I'm looking.
All right. So are we going to have Noel on, and then we're going to do a review of 50 Shades Freed while Noel sits there? Because that would be delightful.
Yes, I think we should do that.
Okay, double review. It's going to be Black Panther. It's going to be 50 Shades.
Yes. Do you know what the weird thing is? 50 Shades. I've seen posters, but I've not seen anything else. There's been very little hype to it. It's still going to make 500 million.
Yeah. Fuck
Good
it.
on it as well.
And the folks in work think it's very entertaining that I'm going to go and see it by myself. But fuck it, I'm owning that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, same. My people at work, like, Selena, my assistant manager, said, what's weirder, going to see 50 Shades Freed with my husband, who doesn't really want to go with me, or with my girlfriend? Is that weird going to see it with some of my female friends? I was like, I'm going to see it on my own. And she's like, fuck off, you know. I was like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, people thought I was joking.
And she's just like, really, on your own? It's like, I always go to cinema on my own. I occasionally go with Becky, but she ain't bothered about it, so I'll go on my own. Yeah,
that's exactly it. If Donna was interested, then I'd go and see it with Don, not because I'd be thinking like, right, I'm gonna get a fucking pounding after or whatever.
Yeah,
like I like taking Don to the cinema, but you know, she's not interested in it. It's not her bag. Cool. Go see it by myself on Sunday morning while Don takes Lottie to a birthday party. Fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and see it on probably Monday afternoon.
Very good.
Nice afternoon screening. You know, wandering there on my own. Talk to some women in their 40s who are going to see it in a group.
I won't be. I'll be having my headphones fucking stuck in until the fucking BBFC card comes out. And as soon as the credits come out, I'll be walking out the fucking door, not looking at anyone.
I asked people last time what they thought of it, because there was 3 women sat in front of me. Because it was a packed screening. There was 3 women who had gone together who were, what is it, in 50 Shades Darker. And when it finished, I asked them, what did you think? And they're like, loved it, really enjoyed it. And I was like, cool. But I thought I'm going to ask them because they're the target audience. I want to know what they fucking thought of it.
Very good. I'm going to
piss. I'm the target on as well. Right, so yes, so that was
I'm literally going to piss myself.
242. I'm going to stop babbling because Ian will urinate himself.
I seriously will urinate.
DoingTheMonkey.com, at DoingTheMonkey, Patreon/DoingTheMonkey. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Right, I shall speak to you later on, but I'll let you go and pay.
Enjoy your tea. I'm sorry, I've got to go.
Don't worry about it, man. Speak soon, man. Bye.